Hello, everyone. Welcome to 30 Teens, 30 Dreams, Destination YOUniversity. I'm your host, Dr. Cynthia Colon, founder of Dream College Academy and College Essay Bootcamp. If you are a college-bound teen or a champion of one, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Thank you so much for joining us. If you've been following, you know that this is a special series that we're running in the entire month of April, interviewing a special new student every single day who has gone through the college admission process. If that's not a Girl Scout badge in and of itself, I don't know what is. But they've gone through the process and now they are about to share where they're going to college and land as a member of the class of 2025. So today is no different. You're going to meet Jalynn. She hails from Texas and she is just a treat. I hope you'll see just how much I fell in love with her and her mother when we met almost a year ago. But here's the thing, Jalynn was a children's book author before senior year. Like, she's already accomplished and she's done so much. And so I can't wait for her to share all that she does and all that she loves in this next episode. Parents, if you're watching, if you do nothing else today, we invite you to join us on Destination YOUniversity, our Facebook group, where all parents of college-bound teens, no matter their age, you get the insider scoop from me. So help me cheer on Jalynn today. So without further ado, Jalynn, are you ready? Are you ready to get started?
Yes, I'm ready.
Oh, I hear you loud and clear. Oh, right. Maybe it's that thing in Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas, right?
True.
Well, okay, so I have 5 questions and I feel like I have so much to get to with you. So I'm going to just jump right in. And why don't you just share with our viewers and listeners name some of the colleges that you applied to across the country and sort of how did you come up with that list of colleges?
Okay, so I started off by applying to Purdue University. I applied to Trinity University, Spelman College, UC Davis, and Jackson State University, and then Texas State University and UTSA. So those are just a few of the schools I applied to. And I narrowed it down by what I wanted to do. So being a veterinarian is probably my career dream. And I was looking at schools that had pre-vet tracks or anything to do with biology.
Okay, I love this whole pre-vet track, and because it's a very specific thing, and it's important that if that's what your career goal is, that you find a college that's going to support those dreams. So I'll ask you in a minute what it means to be pre-vet, but you've got some scholarship dollars I see on your little graphic there. So just share, especially for parents, what does that mean? How did you accumulate those dollars?
So those scholarships I earned through merit. So when I got accepted to the schools, they gave me a offer saying, hey, you got this scholarship. So that's where they came from. But I am still applying for outside scholarships right now. So, yeah.
Okay, excellent. So merit dollars, just so everybody knows, is based on sort of grades, GPA, just based on when you turn in your application. So turning in applications early is really key. Okay, so let's talk about what you did right. Question number 2 is, what did you do right along the way? And I think this will also lead us down the path of talking about your pre-vet sort of path as well. So share with everyone, looking back on your college years, what did you do right to get to this point?
So one of the big things I did was I started a resume. I really recommend everyone starts a resume as soon as they can. I started mine in elementary school, but more specifically, when you enter high school, start documenting all those things. And I would like to throw in how when I did the essay camp with the UC application, that aspect, I was able to create mini summaries of what I did for organizations. And that helped me when I was applying for scholarships a lot, because they would ask me what organization I'm in, and provide a little bit of details to those. So that was very helpful for me. And I recommend everyone does a resume. Another thing that I did was I took on opportunities to explore my interests. So like I said, I'm interested in pre-vet. So I attended summer camps, and one of the most notable ones was at Purdue University, which was called Ag Discovery. And I got insight into the field of veterinary medicine. And then from that camp, I was able to apply for this Vet Up Champions program, which was through the College of Veterinary Medicine at Purdue University. And through there, I was able to get insight from current veterinary professionals, current veterinary students, and just gaining advice from vet school.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Did I tell you you were going to fall in love with Jalynn? Hello. Like, she knows exactly what she wants to do. You were the first person to talk about doing a resume and getting started on a resume as early as possible and documenting. One of the things we sort of say is applying to college is like taxes for teens. You have to like go back and remember and find documents and figure out what you did, when you did it. So I love what you're saying about starting a resume. More specifically, you're saying you also really did things that fit your career goals and dreams. Now, you might be thinking, if you're watching viewers, you're thinking, well, what if you go and you decide you don't want that? Well, if she went and decided she didn't want pre-vet, that would be very valuable as well. And then she could pivot. So nothing wrong with really exploring what you want to do. So this leads us to your coolness factor. So talk about, question number 3 is all about your coolness factor. So you've got the Girl Scout Gold Award, you've got the children's book. So share with us how all of that tied together to create your coolness factor, how you stand out.
So for my Girl Scout Gold Award, I wanted to focus on an issue that was very important to me. And, with me being in pre-vet, my love for animals, it kind of transitioned over to that because that's what I was focusing on, was more of the impacts of plastic pollution on marine wildlife. So for my Gold Award, I hosted a festival in my city and I had over 200 attendees. And at this event, we had speakers, exhibitors, and various games and activities for my community to come and learn about the effects of plastic pollution. And to continue my impacts of my project, which is probably my coolest factor, is the fact that I am an author. So here I have my book. So this is it. And I'll show you a couple of pages as I mention a little bit about the book. So this here is the little girl, and her name is Haley. And basically she goes to the beach with her dad, and while she's at the beach, she leaves a piece of plastic there. And then there's this sea turtle, and I forgot to mention the name of the book. It's called A Safe Home for Trip and His Friends. So this is Trip the sea turtle. So when she leaves that piece of plastic on the beach, Trip the sea turtle, he tells her, hey, this is not good. And through this book, she just learns the journey of the dangers of plastic pollution, how it affects marine wildlife, and things she can do to reduce her plastic footprint.
Okay, please. I mean, seriously, how did you come up with this idea? And what does it mean to author a book? And did you also do the illustrations?
No, I had help with illustrations.
Right. Okay. So when did how long did this project take from start to finish?
This project took me over a year, honestly. And to answer your question, what it's like authoring a book, it was a learning experience. And I also wrote my Common App essay on this experience. So it was very, 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 when I was writing this essay, I really thought about, oh my gosh, this was way more complex and interesting than I thought it was. And yeah, it's a lengthy process. And coming up with the idea, my Gold Award project was centered around World Oceans Day. And, with sea turtles, there was a big impact with them, specifically with plastic. So I was like, let me focus on this turtle and just all the other animals there. But it was a lot of research. Honestly, I had to go read a lot of children's books and what makes a children's book a children's book? There's certain colors you have to use, certain characters. You don't want to be too complex with wording. And it was a whole thing. And I have so much respect for authors now after doing this book. So.
Well, we have so much respect for you. That is super amazing. So put the book up again. And if people wanted to buy this book, is it on Amazon or where can we get it?
No. So you can, if you do want a copy of the book, it's a lot of people reach out to me directly and say, oh yeah, we want a copy. So that's how my book is able to be purchased.
Oh girl, you've got to get that on Amazon. Okay, so we'll put it in the comments here and we'll follow up. We'll put it there so people know where to find you. Okay, so before we do questions 4 and 5, I really want to stop and pause here because you don't actually major, like pre-med, you don't actually major in pre-vet. It's not necessarily that's not what you're going to get your degree in. So let's just back up a second and have you explain to our viewers and listeners, what does it mean to be on a pre-vet track but major in an actual major?
Okay, so when like Dr. Cologne said, there is no pre-vet major. So when I look at what I wanted to major in, a lot of, even through the camps I was in, Purdue, they told me, I'd ask them, what should I major in? Because I've been getting mixed signals. I've been told animal science and biology. So a lot of times when you are looking to apply for a pre-track, like a pre-veterinary track, it was involving science. I was told those are what the core curriculum courses were. And when I could go look up those courses online, what they would take in vet school, a lot of it revolved around science. So that is what I was told. And even just through research and talking to current vet students, I'd ask them what they'd majored in, and they said biology. So usually sciences.
Absolutely, absolutely right. And so I think you're doing biology, and are you going to do a minor in environmental science? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so you're combining all those pieces together. So your Girl Scout Gold Award, your resume, all the things you did in the summer programs, all the research you did about writing a children's book, all of those things came together, and that all together made you super cool and interesting. And you really wrote some really compelling essays to go with that. So, okay. All right, so question number 4 is, I can't imagine you have any regrets, but most teenagers do have some regrets. So looking back, do you have any regrets? If you could do it all over again, is there anything you would do differently? And how can you give that advice to others?
So the one thing that I would do if I could go back in time is definitely look into smaller colleges. I felt like I didn't really look into much of them, and if I did, I feel like I would have understood more about like what the experience is like and the more personal experience that you get through attending a smaller college. So I would advise everyone to just in general apply, do research, and don't be afraid to apply to different schools with different atmospheres, as long as they can contain certain things that you like. Like I knew what I was looking for in a school. So if I was looking for diversity, environmental sustainability, something with pre-vet, have those simple core values, and you can apply them at a big and small institution. Don't feel limited that you can only apply to, oh, I can only apply to small schools for this experience, or big schools. So my advice is to broaden your experiences when you're applying to college, your options.
Oh, I love this. Yes, absolutely. I had, a big school experience, but I worked at smaller schools. And so there's a lot that you can offer. So thank you for sharing that. That's a really good piece of advice. Okay, so the final question is, for you to reveal where you're going. But before we do that, tell us what you've narrowed down to, or what happened in your process. If you don't mind sharing with everyone, sort of what happened as you got to March and April when those letters were coming in. Go ahead, share your story.
So I actually had a very, very vivid experience. So I was actually heading home from one of my college visits, and I was checking my emails, and then I saw an email saying, congratulations, you're an Aggie. And I'm like, what? I'm in the car freaking out. So it was just so much joy for me getting into, this is UC Davis. And I'm like, I'm an out-of-state student. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so awesome. Like, I can't even believe I got in. And it was just a lot of joy that was going on through these times. And I was just really excited to see all my options. And, it really came down to some of the things that I really wanted in a college experience. So for me, I do want to compete in athletics in college. I want to be in track. So when I was, looking at schools, I was looking at whether they, would let me continue my athletic career. What were their majors? Did they actually focus on what I liked? So that was also narrowing it down for some schools. And also just if I really could see myself fitting in there, those were some of the things. So I was like, after doing research on some campuses, I'm like, maybe this isn't the place for me, or those type of things. And yeah, so I mean, also another thing is also like, I guess, financial aid, what schools, were offering me. And that was probably one of the biggest things throughout this process.
Right. So we talk about academic fit and personal fit, which it sounds like you had options for both of those. And then, of course, the third piece is the financial fit. It has to be the right financial fit for any family. So I know you got some merit aid, but being an out-of-state student for the UC system probably didn't offer you a ton of aid because you're out-of-state. Am I correct in that?
Right. Yeah. Like there was actually like we called up the office, and apparently California has a law where they don't give out-of-state students like any like scholarships for that. And I was like, whoa, that's interesting.
Oh, wow. So that was tough. So, okay. Well, so then are you ready to share sort of how you narrowed it, what you narrowed it down to? Did it come down to a couple? Are you waiting out for some others, or where are you now in your process, Jalynn?
So right now, I am currently going to attend. Okay, gotta unzip the jacket.
Drum roll, please.
The sign. Okay, I'm going to be attending. Where's my shirt? Okay, it says Trinity. Okay, Trinity University in San Antonio. This is the shirt. They have a little logo on it.
Oh, fantastic! Congratulations.
Yes, and I plan to major in biology there. And I also talked to the coach, and he was very interested in me running. So I'm very excited about that. But I am also currently on the wait list at Tufts University. And you know, whatever happens, I know I'm gonna be happy wherever I go. And I would just like to advise any students that, you know, who do get on the wait list. It's still an achievement, and you still have every right to be proud. It's a competitive year. It's going to be a competitive year for years to come. So just be proud of your accomplishments, and you know, you will end up where you will be able to, well, you will be needed.
I just want to cry. Okay, get Mom to come on in now. Mom, are you going to join us?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, I don't have Maria. Oh, there's Dad too.
Now, Mom and Dad.
Oh my goodness. Hi. Okay. Were you guys listening? Do you just want to cry? She's amazing. Mom, Dad.
Depends on the week it is.
What would you like to say to your daughter right now?
Oh man, we are so proud of Jalynn. You know, she always has given it her all. She's, you know, knows what she wants to do. And I think she's just always been very determined as a young kid. We probably saw that in her, and, you know, just proud that she's been able to figure a lot of this out. And she's very patient. So we're proud of that as well.
Dad, what would you like to say?
Well, I'm not surprised at all. Since she's been little, she's shown this fortitude and, you know, that want to, and that desire not to give in or give up. And she's been like that since, you know, day one. Always helpful to other friends, considerate of other people, you know, for helping people, and causes, all different causes, being involved to help people. So in the end, I know if something were to happen to me today, I know she'll grow up to be a good mother, good spouse one day to some family, and be better for the world.
You're right. Okay, you're officially the first person to make me cry. Oh my goodness.
I know.
You're so inspirational, Jalynn, and you're such a leader, and you're so passionate, and you are going to be where you are needed. Exactly what you said. Mm-hmm. And that is such good advice for everyone watching and listening. And you're right. I love what you said. Celebrate all your wins. You know, you got into UC Davis, which was out of state. That was a huge accomplishment because it has exactly what you wanted. You found UC Davis. I remember having this conversation with you guys last summer, like, wow, it was the place. But every place you applied to had what you wanted. And so it was never going to be a bad choice because you did your homework on the front end. So I couldn't be more proud of you. And look at your parents. They're super, super proud of you. You're going to change the world. So, okay. Woo. Jalynn, what would you like to say to Mom and Dad?
I would just like to thank them so much for being supportive on this journey. And I mean, everything they've done for me through this whole life, given me the exposure and the opportunities I need. I would not be the person I am today without their support and guidance. So I thank them for everything, for the person I am today and will be.
Amen. Amen. Okay, hold tight. I'm going to do the wrap up and then we'll all say goodbye. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Oh, you guys. Okay, is anyone else in tears or is it just me? Like, wow, I can't imagine any college saying no to this kid. Woo. If this episode fueled your confidence or helped build your dreams, please share this episode with 3 people and actually make it 10 people today. This is a good one to share with everyone. we will continue. Parents, please join us on Facebook, on our Facebook group, Destination University, where you get the insider scoop from me. If you want to learn more about the college application process, it's overwhelming and it's never too early to learn some strategies and techniques and some behind the scenes truths. So I'll pop this link into the comments as well. But honestly, you can go directly to my website and it shows up right on the front homepage. I'll continue to follow us with this 30 Teens, 30 Dreams throughout this month on Facebook and also on IGTV. These will also all be posted on our YouTube channel throughout the month of June. 30 Teens and 30 Dreams continues tomorrow, where we have Derek. Derek is from California, attends St. John Bosco Catholic school here, and he's been admitted up and down California and also some schools across the country. He applied wide and far, and he's also a twin. You've also seen his twin brother earlier this month, Steve. So you'll meet Derek tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific time and 7 p.m. Eastern time. Want to thank the entire cast of characters. This is my team, and they have been making this happen every single day this month. So bravo to them. Okay. Oh, all right, everyone. Wave goodbye. Oh my goodness. Oh, so great. So proud of you. So proud of you. All right.
Alrighty, thank you for everything too.
Yes, thank you so much.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna stop the live. Hang on one second. All right, bye everyone.